Hi, I'm Zach. I'm 31 years old and I work at a gas station. I've worked there for 2 days now. Well, actually, I'm back at this job because I quit like 8 months ago to pursue my dream and I didn't make enough money. So here I am, back again at a job. 31 years old, working at a gas station. And it's the end of the day. I just got off work and I'm recording this now because if I get into the habit of as soon as I get home from work, I record every single night or most nights because I didn't record last night and last night was my first day. So I can't say every single night unless I can go back in time and record. And then that would definitely be a viral video. But that's not realistic. And I'm done I'm done being delusional. I did enough of that whenever I was not going back to a job and thinking that music would be able to pay my bills and that I wouldn't need a job. So no more of the delusions. And yeah, so here I am. At the end of the day, I worked. It's the second day of me going back to the gas station job, and I'm actually feeling a lot better than I was like, I don't know, a week ago whenever I was dreading going back. But I knew that a lot of that was just my imagination and I was really just bringing unnecessary suffering upon myself because of my thought process and my state of mind. And I knew that once I got into the job, I would probably feel better unless everybody there is new and now they're all like assholes or something. But that's not the case. Everybody at this job is respectable and they all seem to work well together as a team. And yeah, so the bosses and everybody like communicate and they're respectful. They ask you like if you're all right and the schedule and everything, and they make sure that you understand what you're supposed to be doing with your job. And of course, they get on you if you're not doing anything, which obviously I mean I respect that because I'm the type of person. Once I'm at a job, I like stuff to do. I like being able to focus and always have my hands or my mind busy because it makes the time go by faster. And I really don't like being told like, hey, get to work whenever I'm not even really sure what to do because I'm just standing around and I'm not sure what to do. Like I've been new at jobs and there have been managers and people who have like told me to get to work, but they don't actually explain to me what I'm supposed to be doing. And at this job, there's a lot of communication and there's like a list and like it's very obvious what you should be doing. And of course there's still times where it's like you're standing around and you get to choose for yourself like all right, you got this much done on the list, what can I work on now? And there's also times where there's not really much to be working on, but you should be doing something or look like you're busy. Like just don't stand around. But what I'm saying is I enjoy this job because the bosses and everybody communicate, they're respectable, and they communicate clearly on what they want me to be working on, and also they give you the recognition for the hard work you put in. So if they see you working hard and they see you actually doing what they ask, they give you the recognition, which is awesome. And yeah, everybody works together and they help each other out, and it's great. And of course, I'm bummed out on the fact that I have to go back to a day job. I'm 31 years old. I'm living with my parents and I'm working at entry level like gas station job basically, and the type of low paying job that I've always gone back to because I've done this a lot. Like I've quit my job and pursued music, and I've been more and more successful the more years I do it, and I make more and more money. And a couple of times I've been able to sustain myself for months, but I've been very stubborn and delusional and thinking that I must stay full-time in music or I'm not going to be successful, when the reality is I should have stayed at a job and continued to work that hard in my music, because with the financial stability, I would still have a car and I would have more money to invest into this, and it's just much better. I wouldn't be 2 steps behind right now. I would be where I'm at and a couple steps forward possibly. In fact, by now, if I would have kept a job whenever I started working 12 years ago. I've had a lot of jobs. Most of them I've kept for about a year. But if I would have kept like one of my first couple jobs that I got until now, worked there for like, I don't know, 7 years, consistently, like just working there, then there's a lot that I wouldn't be worrying about now. Now, I mean, I look back at this and I still think about what I was doing with that time. And what I was doing was a lot. I did do, like, I met a lot of people. I grew my music talent. I wrote hundreds and hundreds, maybe even like 1,000 songs. And I built the whole foundation for my music career, like releasing over 100 songs on Spotify and 800 videos on YouTube, and just going out and performing for like 8 hours a day, being a full-time street performer. And just there's so much I did and so many things that I could list, but in general, I fully immersed myself into this dream and what I needed to do. And I did a lot, and I grew a lot, and I focused a lot. And now, because of all of that, I have everything I have for my dream job, my music, my experience, and the skills I've acquired. I have the foundation for success with my dream job. I have the foundation built out. Now what I need to do is just continue to work on this for another 10 years and be consistent and build off of that foundation and invest into that foundation. And the only way I'm really going to go to the next level is if I keep a day job. And I mean, of course I could, if I wasn't a father, because the number one reason why I'm going back and why I've always gone back to a day job is to pay my child support and obviously like car payments and stuff like that. But if I didn't have that, then I would not worry so much about bills. I would be happy with being homeless and just playing my guitar to get food and having a phone to record videos. Like I would go live in California and just like record my life being a vegan performer and playing my guitar to get something to eat in the morning. I would be content with that. Well, I mean, I would probably still eventually like work towards like a house and certain things. I might even go back to a day job depending upon how hard it really was. And I know it can be hard being homeless, and there is a lot of factors and things to go into it. But what I'm saying is, I always go back to a day job to pay these bills, and that's because the dream job, even though I've made enough money at certain points, it's always gotten to a point where, especially winter comes, and I'm not street performing as much, that I'm not making as much money, and then I have to face the reality that I need to go back to a day job. And if I would have just stayed at a day job, and okay, I'll take it back to this. Yes, I should have stayed at a day job because I could have worked on all of the music stuff and everything while keeping a day job. And yes, because I quit my day job, it gave me more motivation. It was more like a do or die type of thing. It's like, now that I don't have a plan B, I quit my day job. It's like I have to go into this head first. And so there is some merit to that of me quitting my day job actually allowed me to just push myself to go outside my comfort zone in many different ways that I may not have if I would have stayed at a day job, because I wouldn't have felt the urgency as much to take action. But there's still a lot of consequences that came from that, and that brought me some steps back. So it's really a balance of me taking risks, but not too big of risks, more coordinated risks. Well, actually, not even risks. I mean, I need to strategize and plan more. And I should have kept the day job 10, 12 years ago, or found a day job that I like better. But here I am. Okay? Here I am. I made mistakes, and I grew a lot. I put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears the past 10, 12 years. I've grown a lot. I know where I'm going, and I'm still alive. So here I am. My state of mind and certain things have changed, and I know that I need a day job, and I know I'm going to stay at this job for a long time. The very least, at least until I get a car, but very likely for a long time. The only thing that's going to make me leave this job is if I find a better paying job, or a job that pays just as much or more that I love to do more, like a vegan restaurant or something. But really, this day job at this gas station and the people, it's great. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had. It's like a mile from where I live at my parents' house. And so very likely I'm going to stay at this job for a long time. I just don't want to stay at this job knowing that if I go somewhere else, it could be much better. Like in 1 year, if I get a job offer to some better job, then I should take that job offer if I got a car at that time, and if it's a better job that I like more and pays more. And I shouldn't just stay at this gas station job just to be nice because or just because I'm scared to take another risk and grow again. But I should keep a job, and I like these people, and this job is going to help me save money, and so it's very likely I'm going to stay here for a while until I move out of my parents' house in the next 2 to 5 years. So that's the very likely outcome. But I'm not gonna allow myself to get like burnt out and depressed, and because I've stayed at a job. The longest job I've stayed at is 3 years, and other jobs like a year, and then I left and I came back for another year. And I know sometimes I'll find myself at a job where I get so like burnt out, and it's like I just can't stand going there knowing that I really want to do something else with my life, and then I allow that energy to make me quit that job and go into my dream job that's not even paying enough money yet. So if that starts to happen and I really feel like I need to quit this job, then I need to keep a day job and I just need to find another one. But I don't feel like that now. I feel like staying at this job, and I'm just being realistic. I'm thinking about every dimension of myself and the possibilities of the future. But I'm thinking I'm gonna stay at this job and get a car and stay and save up, and maybe even after I move away from my parents' house. The fact that it's a gas station job, if I stay there for a couple of years and I've already have manager experience, it's likely I'll be able to work my way up and get like assistant manager or store manager position eventually, like I don't know, 5 years or so, and then whenever I move out, I can get one of those jobs at all the other gas stations around here, but are really around the United States. I could basically work anywhere just about if the gas station is hiring. And so I'm going to move closer to like where my son lives eventually, and likely work at a gas station there, and like not the lower position like a manager position or assistant manager position, but also thinking about that, I'm not sure if I want that responsibility in that job, being that I still, my main focus outside of making sure I have a day job and pay the bills is my music. And being a manager in certain things, they might like, there's more responsibility for me to come in on my day off, and like there's less room for me to be able to ask for time off if I get a paid gig that's going to pay me $100 or $200 to play an hour or two of music. I'm going to want that freedom to go to those paid gigs, and especially since it'll pay more than the gas station job, and it's what I love to do, and that's like a part of my dream job, and it's part of the dream, it's part of our dream. is I'm saying that because there's other people on this channel, subscribers, who shared the dream with me, and I've said my dream, and then they mentioned our dream, and then so for us, it's our dream. Yes, we will live the dream together. But what I'm saying is, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying something about jobs and the dream job, and how, oh yeah, so I'm not sure about a manager position at a gas station, because I want that freedom to still be able to like ask for a day off and go play a paid gig, and like have the freedom to work on my music if I have a certain video idea, and like, but I need a certain time and day to do it. And so, and I know that can help me make more money too, especially like the point that I'm at now. If I keep going and staying consistent and getting better, another 5 years of doing this, like I already was almost able to support myself for a full year off of music. And so another 5 years of grinding and getting better, and content creation and music and networking and gigs, I imagine it will only pay off. Like the more work you put in to this, it's only going to grow like a snowball. So and that's how it's been the past 10 years. It's been slow, and I've done a lot of things wrong, and also some things I took a long time to actually start and to actually start doing consistently. But here I am. And another 5 years, I'd like to be able to have that freedom to continue to work on this music. But if I can find a job where I'm like assistant manager or manager, and like, I know there's some gas stations out there where I'm sure there's cool store managers who are like, yeah, you do music? Yeah, I support you. And they know that I'll be there like 90% of the time whenever I don't have my son and I don't have gigs or whatever. Like I'll be there. I'll put in my 40 hours a week. So it's possible that I might actually still be able to find a job and at a gas station job, maybe as a manager, and where I get to work on my music. And that's also 5 years down the line. So I'm thinking about it now, but I don't have to worry about it now. I can think about it, strategize about it, observe myself, and think, what I want to do 5 years down the line after working at a gas station. If I stay here and I save up money to move out and a car, and how I'm gonna incorporate that into also continuing to pursue my dream, and I'll be able to figure it out. I will. I know that. There's no need to make myself stress out about it. And so yeah, here I am. It's the end of the day, recording a video to make sure that I get this habit started at the end of work. Maybe even at the beginning of work. I already do that. Wait, did I record a video at the beginning? Before work? Yesterday? Alright, anyway. Getting to the habit of recording videos consistently while also working a job. So that's why I figured it was important to do that now. I already said that. Thank you for watching. For the animals, leave a comment down below. Woo!